this is Daniel Ventura, and today I'll be answering your YouTube questions on my recent workouts. Okay, so next up I've got a question from Warstrike66. He's asked me, does bench press work all of the chest? Now it's a good question. Although it does work a part of the chest, it really depends on what particular position you're sitting in. Now, if you look at a bench press, if you go to the gym, you've got an incline position, you've got a decline, and you've got a supine as well. So supine being flat. If you're in the flat position, which is the most popular for a chest press, you're going to work on the majority part of the pectoralis major here. Now, if you change your hand position on the bar, so if I give you a visual example, if I've got my hands close together like that with about a 5-inch gap, that's going to work on the central part of the chest here in the middle and this little indentation in the center of the chest. If I go out to the middle and shoulder width apart, that's going to work on the majority of the chest. If my hands go out even wider, then we're going to be hitting the outer regions of the chest. Now, similarly, if you change your position, if you go into an incline position, so I can show you here sitting back, if I'm pushing up this way, then the same position applies to the hands. If I'm going to have a closed grip, I'm going to be working on this upper region here, and it's all going to be around the clavicle bone on the upper chest. So similarly, shoulder width apart is going to work on this section, and if you go for a wide grip upper, then of course it's going to be hitting the outer regions, which will be also the anterior deltoid, so the front of your shoulder here. Now, a lot of guys struggle with their lower chest as well. So lower chest, you want to be in a decline position. So you would need to get the bench going down. So you basically, your legs are up in the air and all the blood is rushing to your head. And then from that position, you're going to be tucking into the bottom of the pectoral here. And of course, similarly, if you're working inside and out, you're going to be hitting all these regions. The pectoralis major and minor are a big muscle group. So it's very important to hit incline, supine, and decline, and make sure you work from inside and outside. Also, one last tip, not only pushing is great for the chest, but flies in every direction as well. So the aforementioned inclined, supine, and decline, that works very well in building up a bigger, fuller chest. Okay, so I've got a question here from Guillaume Cruzado. He's asked me, how long do I rest in between each set? Something I've been doing for the past few months is as soon as I finish a set is take 5 deep breaths, big deep breaths, fill up my lungs, hold it in for 2 seconds, and then breathe out through your mouth. Now, the good thing about this, the extra oxygen going into your lungs is going to re-oxygenate your blood cells. So that's going to get extra oxygen through your blood, your brain, and your muscles. And replenish everything so you're ready for your next set, and it gives you a good rest. Also, I'd like to add to that, if you're working on your arms, for example, it's very good to superset with biceps and triceps. So as soon as you finish your bicep set, take your 5 deep breaths, hold it in, breathe out, 5 of them, and you start your next set on the opposing muscle. Now, it's also quite common knowledge that if you're looking to boost testosterone, which of course is a hormone which will help you build muscle, the best rest period is about 1.5 minutes. So 1 minute, 30 seconds, if you're looking to get elicit, should I say, a testosterone boost naturally. Okay, so I've got a question here that a lot of people have been asking, and it's about one of my chest workouts, and they ask, why do you pause at a portion of the rep? Now, to give you a visual and easy example, let's say instead of the chest, we're using the bicep. If I'm doing a bicep curl, if my arm is straight, you can see that the muscle is not under tension, it's soft here. But if I were to lift the dumbbell up at a right angle, the muscle is under tension. So the muscle is straining at this point, and it's at this point where the muscle will start to make micro tears, if of course the weight is heavy enough. And those micro tears are what will build the muscle and create greater strength. So similarly, if you're doing a chest exercise, if you're in the top portion of a chest press, for example, if your arms are straight, you can see that the pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, they're not active and they're not doing anything. It's only when the bar comes down close to the chest that the muscle has to work. And of course, it's at that point where you're going to build muscle. Now, for easy example, if I'm doing reps straight up and down, and if the only point where I'm going to build muscle, significant muscle, is when I'm here, it makes sense that if that's the juicy point, the point where it's going to create some significant strength, holding it here is going to create even more strength, create more strain, and create more micro tears in the muscle. So I hope that answers your question. I hope that makes sense. And try different variations as well. You don't have to have it just above your chest. You can pause at several points, hold it there for 2-4 seconds, and 100% you're going to feel the burn and your chest will get bigger. Okay, I've got a question here by Ada Tech, and he's asked, Danny, can we talk? So yes, of course, you can communicate with me. You can go to my website, danielventurafitness.com, or you can email me direct on info@danielventurafitness.com. Okay, speak to you soon.